Tensions flared in court today as Malcolm Rewa took the stand for the first time in his third murder trial. Rewa is accused of murdering Susan Burdett in her Papatoetoe home in 1992. He's already been convicted of raping her, but today told the jury he and Ms Burdett were having a secret sexual relationship when she was killed. Annika Smith is covering his trial at the High Court in Auckland and filed this report.
I'm going to say my piece. You're throwing all this stuff at me. I'm going to throw something back at you. There are other people involved in this, and all the evidence pointed somewhere else. But conveniently, you were able to sit down with my lawyer and move out. No, it doesn't matter what you have to say. I'm going to say my piece now.
On the sixth day of his trial, Malcolm Rewa took the stand to tell the jury the Crown had got it wrong a third time. Far from being Ms Burdett's murderer, he said she was his friend and he had nothing to do with her death.
You know, all the years that I've been coming to court for this, you know, this is my third trial, you know, and I've been through 2 other trials. And not once did anybody say, you know, nobody ever asked me about the friendship we had. All they were worried about was finding somebody to blame for her murder.
Rewa told the court he met Susan Burdett at her workplace in 1990 and sold her ecstasy when she was having marital problems. This was despite Ms Burdett's colleague telling the court the 39-year-old despised drugs last week. Rewa said their relationship turned sexual in late 1991 and they slept together at his home, in his truck and under the trig station on Mangere Mountain. The 65-year-old told the court the pair halved a pill of ecstasy at his home before having consensual sex the night she died.
She spent a bit of time in the bathroom and cleaned herself up, and then a little while later she came back out and she made a comment about our toilet paper. Because my wife used to buy triple ply toilet paper that was scented.
This toilet paper detail came into contention when Rewa was cross-examined by Crown Prosecutor Gareth Case. The jury had previously heard Rewa's semen was found inside Ms Burdett's body, but not on any of her clothes. He was convicted of raping her in 1998, but Rewa has and continues to maintain it was consensual sex. Mr Case put to Rewa that he had invented the toilet paper detail to explain away the scientific evidence.
The reason why your semen was not found on Ms Burdett's underpants or her jeans is because she never got a chance to put clothes on again after you had sex with her. You raped her and you killed her.
No, I didn't.
Mr Case repeatedly accused Rewa of lying on the stand, saying he had invented the drug sales and relationship. Rewa said if he was the man responsible, it would be difficult to lie about it.
Just because I'm a bad person doesn't mean to say I'm a liar. You know, good people lie too.
I suggest to you that given everything we have heard about Susan Burdett, your story that she took ecstasy before going off to pay a competitive night of bowls is complete rubbish. What do you say?
I say it's not rubbish.
Rewa earlier told the jury he'd found God in prison and spent the better part of the past 23 years grappling with the gravity of his offending, having carried out a series of violent sex attacks on women between 1987 and 1996. He said he'd never ask his victims to forgive him and wouldn't ever find the strength to forgive himself either.
Once I started walking my Christian walk, you know, and I started understanding and looking back, reflecting back on what I'd done, you know, I felt terrible shame. And I could understand the hurt that I'd put all these women through.
The trial before Justice Venning and a jury continues. Atu iti ko te mātua ko Annika Smith aho.